Hello, welcome back to A Chug of My Life, episode 12. Today I'm going to talk about red flags in friendships. Actually, that's a little bit of clickbait because I did film a video a couple days ago, which was all of my red flags that I find in friendships. And looking back, I felt like that video was low-key really negative. I believe that the reason that people are the way they are is because of the way they were raised, their background, who they are, and all of us just have a different story, and sometimes somebody's red flags could be because of a reason that you're very unaware of. And I felt like that video was not giving them enough grace or empathy, which honestly may be too much because I also don't think it's okay to excuse bad behavior just because of like people's past. Like sometimes it is okay, obviously, depending on what the person has gone through. But at the end of the day, I did watch a video about something similar, which was like at some point you choose to raise yourself. You got raised for a certain number of years in your life, and after that, it's your own decisions and what your personality is based on your experiences and what you want to be as a person. And I do agree with that. So that's like a different story, but at the same time, I feel like there's certain reasons that people act the way they act. And sometimes it's not even that anyone is wrong or right. It's more so just incompatibility, which I think is more so what my video was. So potentially I will be uploading that video at some point because I do think it's okay to have incompatibilities with people and have different kinds of people that you want in your life and don't want in your life. And that can change person to person. But yeah, I think the whole moral of the story, which I also talked about in the video, is that I do believe that people grow in different directions and have different phases of their life where they have these red flags because they might be going through something just for a certain stage and they're just a bad friend during that stage to you because of one reason or the other. And it's really important to recognize that that's not who they truly are. It's just who they are for some period of time. I just think it's really important to give people a little bit of grace during that time because sometimes people are just going through rough patches, and sometimes you are moving with somebody in a parallel direction. That means like you guys are moving at the same pace. Maybe you're not exactly aligned. Sometimes you're the same line, and that's when you feel like someone is your platonic or actual soulmate. And then sometimes you feel like you're moving away from each other, which is totally normal in friendships because sometimes you're surrounded by different people, different groups, and you're just growing in opposite directions. That's not to say that you're never going to meet again later down the line. It's just to say that right now you're kind of in different stages of life, which I think is really important to recognize that people are all growing all the time in so many different ways and growing so rapidly in college and in like this atmosphere that we're in. And the way that we get along with people will also change based on that. So even though someone might be your best friend at one point, they don't need to be the next year because they might be a totally different person surrounded by totally different people. But that was a little bit about why I hesitated posting that video. And I just want to give that background before I do post it, if I do post it one day.